the boom in coal and the technologies it fueled helped create an elite new class in America, the industrial baron. With strangleholds on industries like coal, railroads, oil, and steel, these tycoons competed fiercely, claiming victory and amassing great fortunes. But the most powerful and most feared was financial czar J.P. Morgan, whose reach extended into almost every segment of American industry. His grip on the railroads was extraordinary. By the late 1890s, he controlled some 100,000 miles of track. And in 1901, he pulled off the deal of his life. For $480 million, he bought Andrew Carnegie's Steel Company and formed United States Steel, the largest corporation in the world. Men like Morgan, Carnegie, and Rockefeller lived lives of opulence in palatial mansions and aboard luxury yachts. Socially and economically, they inhabited a far different universe from the men who dug the tunnels. In 1902, the hard coal anthracite miners of eastern Pennsylvania decided they had had enough. They wanted an 8-hour workday, a fat raise, and the right to unionize. In the spring of 1902, they struck, 150,000 strong. But this time, the mine owners dug in. They hired armed guards and staffed the mines with replacement workers called scabs by the strikers. The biggest mines hit by the strike of 1902 were those owned by the Philadelphia and Reading Railroad. The president of the Reading Company was George Baer, but the real force behind the company was its biggest stockholder, none other than J.P. Morgan himself. Morgan was not a man to knuckle under to anyone, not even 150,000 miners. By October 1902, battle lines were clearly drawn, and neither side showed signs of surrender. As winter loomed, anthracite prices soared from $6 a ton to $30. With violence imminent, Roosevelt summoned Union officials and mine owners to Washington on October 3, 1902. Roosevelt suggested the dispute be settled by an arbitration panel. The unions readily agreed, but Baer and the other owners defiantly refused, calling the union leaders criminals and outlaws. Roosevelt was furious. He despised the power and arrogance of the moneyed tycoons. Deciding to brandish his famous big stick, he ordered 10,000 federal troops to seize control of the mines. In the face of the presidential threat, Morgan finally gave in. He ordered the owners to accept arbitration. 10 days later, the miners voted to return to work.